In 2001, environmental filmmaker Claire Nouvian got a glimpse of a world she had never imagined.
That was a life-changing experience. And I thought, I have to share this wonder with everyone. Everyone has to know that this lives on our planet.
The deep ocean, with an average depth of almost 2.5 miles, is the largest habitat on Earth. It's also home to some of the oldest living creatures on the planet. But this fragile environment is being devastated by an industrial fishing practice known as deep-sea bottom trawling.
It's basically a bulldozer, so it destroys absolutely everything.
The trawlers in the North Atlantic were targeting just 3 species of fish for the consumer market.
There are 100 other species which are going to be thrown back dead at sea. It makes absolutely no sense.
With her NGO Bloom, Claire began a campaign to protect the deep ocean.
You need education, you need awareness, but then you need to make sure that there is a bridge to the real policy world.
In 2012, Claire saw a chance to make real change. The European Union had proposed legislation to ban deep-sea bottom trawling.
This was a great opportunity to join forces with other NGOs and to push really hard for a deep-sea bottom trawl ban. We are working towards the protection of the deep ocean from destructive fishing practices.
France was initially opposed to the proposal because the French fleet was the largest of the deep-sea fleets within the European Union.
These are industrial ships that have political reach, so they were blocking the whole legislative, evolution of Europe on this specific issue.
The French fleet was primarily owned by supermarket giant Intermarché. Their ships were hauling up over 6 million pounds of fish from the deep sea every year.
Intermarché was an easy target because they were well known. They were also the biggest fisher in the deep sea.
Claire launched an all-out assault against the supermarket chain. First, she waged and won a legal battle against Intermarché for false advertising about their sustainable fishing practices. Then she ranked supermarkets according to their commitment to sustainable fishing. Intermarché came in dead last.
We found out that deep-sea bottom trawl fleets were all losing money, but they were subsidized with public money. So taxpayers understood that we were all funding the destruction of the deep ocean.
In an effort to publicize this information, Claire and a popular French cartoonist collaborated on a comic strip explaining the true environmental and economic cost of bottom trawling. The strip went viral.
People were outraged. We had a petition against deep-sea bottom trawling, and it flew to 900,000 signatures.
Intermarché bowed to the pressure.
And all of a sudden, France, as an entity, was being completely ridiculed by the fact that the private sector had moved more ambitiously than government had. That led to a policy change.
In November of 2015, Claire's dedication finally paid off. France agreed to support a ban on deep-sea bottom trawling below 1/2 mile. As a result, all EU member states adopted the ban.
Claire and her organization Bloom were key in mobilizing the public, make sure that it was a political debate in the society. There is no environmental success if you disconnect the politicians from the civil society.
Today, Claire is working to end subsidies that encourage destructive fishing practices around the world.
We know what to do. We have all the solutions ready. They're right there. All we need is political will.
For outstanding environmental achievement in Europe, the 2018 Goldman Environmental Prize is awarded to Claire Nouvian, Paris, France.